Am I the butthole for not letting my boyfriend pay less on bills due to a new purchase because he wouldn't let me when I made less money than him? My boyfriend of 2 years and I live together. We split expenses 50-50 when it comes to rent, groceries, utilities, things for our house, etc. We both make about the same money working full-time. We keep our finances such as our own vehicles, doctor bills, cell phone bills, etc. separate. My boyfriend recently made an irresponsible and unnecessary purchase. To keep it short, I won't go into details, but it was something he absolutely did not need, just wanted, and it has made his disposable income significantly less. This has been a sore subject between us. The other day he asked me to sit down and talk. He told me since he paid more on his personal bills a month, he felt like we needed to adjust how much we each paid on shared expenses. So basically, he felt he should get to pay less. This made me mad for a few reasons. First, as I said, the purchase was absolutely not necessary by any means. And when we first started living together, I made way less money than I do now. I worked part-time at another job and made $12 less on the hour than him. However, then he refused to budge on letting me pay less bills, so I budgeted and saved and always had everything paid despite that. So, I told him no. I told him he was not willing to pay more than me when I made way less money than he did, and the purchase was unnecessary and he knew it would make his finances difficult. If he couldn't pay our bills, he needed to leave. He of course thinks I'm a butthole for not budging on the issues. I think it's only fair. Am I the butthole here? Edit, it was a motorcycle. I'm going to keep it brief. Not the butthole, pay your bills first, live second. That's what adulting is all about. Being financially responsible, etc. goes through understanding the consequences of your purchases. The part about him not wanting to split proportionally to your contribution to the household revenue comfort me in this not the butthole vote. That's 2 red flags, by the way. Be careful and all the best. Edit, thanks for the awards. What a community. Please also check this below from user Canadian_Mama 2016. What she points out from your post history is indeed worrisome. Web link. Reddit link. Speaking of red flags, I took a peek at your post history. Your parents don't like him. He put you on speakerphone without your knowledge after doing something really upsetting in an attempt to lower his parents' opinion on you. And now this. You're only 20, time to move on. The longer you stay with someone who isn't right for you, the less time you will have to find someone who is. Edit. Wow, thank you all for the awards and upvotes, it was much unexpected. I wish I could upvote this 1,000 times. The more time you waste on this guy, the less time you'll have with the right guy. He's showing you his true colors. Don't look away and waste your 20s in a dead-end relationship. Looking through her post history is so sad. One problem with her boyfriend after another. A healthy relationship shouldn't have you constantly posting on Reddit asking for relationship advice. I wasted 4 years of my life with the wrong person. I hope she gets out soon. Me too. I've been in 2 separate long-term relationships with the wrong person. I wish I listened to my gut and took the advice from the people around me. He did what? I stayed with an awful partner for years. It gets comfortable, you think your love will be enough, they manipulate you, you're not sure what you will do on your own after all this time, etc. etc. I wish I could go back and give myself the kick up the ass, but I think it's something I had to figure out on my own. Totally get this too. I wasted 7 years myself. I have a twin sister that in the end had to sit back and painfully watch me slowly destroy myself until I had the energy to figure it out finally on my own and leave. Nobody can tell you until something clicks in your head, going nope, no more. But I hope this girl doesn't waste her 20s like I did. Mine was 7 years too. He was financially abusive. So I moved into my mom's, got a job and broke up with him. I met my absolutely wonderful partner at that job. So it worked out for me. That's great to hear. It worked out for me too. I couldn't be happier, even though it was hard. I had to be selfish, learn to love myself again, get my priorities straight, and it all fell into place. I don't regret what I went through, although there was physical, mental and financial abuse. I certainly learned from it and it made me a stronger person, but I do sometimes reflect of how much time I wasted on an butthole and not have the happy times I do now with my partner, but you learn and move on. Dating in the current year is equivalent to descending in the nine hells. Honestly, I get why she doesn't want to deal with it. But she really needs to dump him and get a sex toy and a body pillow. At least they won't badmouth you. Body pillows are the best. I have two. It's like heaven. I originally only had one, and then for some reason my dad got me a second one out of nowhere. I love pillows, and body pillows were a revelation. Irritates some people if they want to cuddle because I'm like, body pillow first, humans aren't squishy enough. I took care of my now ex after a motorcycle accident. I got it stuck in my head, if we got through that we can get through anything. I didn't leave when he went to Craigslist for prostitutes. The final straw was when he blew me off the entire day. He promised me to drink all days with his buddies. There were so many red flags, but that was the time that it finally clicked that I was doing all the work in the relationship. Same here. They tell you that you are oh so special, and as bad as they treat you, that part feels good. I literally stayed with a partner who told me he would assault me for fun. Just because he was sometimes nice. You let someone hurt you too much, you stop seeing the forest for the trees. Same. So many years just wasted. Give me a time machine, I'll go back and slap some sense into myself. Well, with him as a partner, she should have no problem jumping ship. He has taught her well to pay her own way and budget her money. So she can thank him for that and leave. If you read this comment, just effing leave this guy up. In a lasting relationship, you are building a life together. This isn't how it should be. This. Not the butthole, and you now have a few major red flags to consider. He put himself into a tough financial spot and expects you to make up for it after showing no understanding for your situation earlier. And he's trying to make you feel like a terrible person for checks notes, not wanting to pay more than your fair share. Double standards are not okay. Don't ever let him make you feel like the butthole for honoring your boundaries and insisting on consistent standards. Highlighted this post so hopefully original poster sees it. This is not a healthy relationship that she should be in. They've deleted all their old posts. Heartbreaking to know they know it's abuse but can't leave. Hope they are getting out and safe. It really is heartbreaking, I agree with you. Talk about denial. She's in for a world of trouble. Thank you, I hope original poster sees this. I was being financially controlled by an abusive ex by the time I was 19 too, so this hit me. Abuse only escalates as the years go by. Eventually he was physically abusive and a full-blown alcoholic, taking all my spare money for his habits. Number one reason for divorce is still over money. He's irresponsible. Move on. More importantly, he is irresponsible and does not verbalize the consequences of his actions, and, here's the kicker, expects original poster to solve what he created. Original poster, love yourself, you are NTA. His request is unreasonable. In addition to being irresponsible, he is selfish, manipulative, and opportunistic. As long as you are together, he will try to take advantage of you. Adding a small note to say that in addition to having less time to find someone who is right for you, you also have less time to just be happy and healthy as an individual, regardless of when or how other people come in and out of your life. Seriously, red flags all around. You deserve way better. Honestly, my same thought. Completely agree, bills come first, toys come second. That's true, unless you were born in the Stone Age like below. Confused face, sometimes you really got to wonder how on earth women dealt with this kind of nonsense for maybe thousands of years. Web link. Accidental death. Laughing out loud. Clearly, he was cursed by a witch with a case of knife and brain. I'm absolutely devastated, of course. More realistically, internalized misogyny, and they felt that was just how things were supposed to be. Guys, that's a downvote farmer. One of his last comments is at like -14k. Stop falling for the bait. Also, I highly suspect /user vegan justice warrior is an alt of the troll, posting that comment to get more downvotes. Account life is 9 days and it has 2 comments out of 10 that are under -100. /r/downvote farmers for the new Reddit link. Genuine question, what is the end goal for someone farming downvotes? Like just the thrill of being hated online? Negative attention is still attention? Negative karma farmers are in it mostly for the satisfaction of trolling and also as a competitive thing, I guess. I know at least some of them look up to the bigger names like that Saul Bundy account that was around a few years ago parodying Al Bundy from Married with Children. Positive karma means you can at least sell the account, but I doubt anyone would buy an account with 100k karma for any other reason than novelty. Karma matters because people sell their accounts? I had no idea. Not being snarky, I'm genuinely saying I didn't know that was the reason karma mattered. I've seen this guy before and I've seen his comments linked up thread in other threads in the exact same way, so I believe you're right. Can I just ask though, what is the point in farming down votes? Is it just to get into disagreements, or is the account worth something with so much negative karma? Negative karma farmers are in it mostly for the satisfaction of trolling and also as a competitive thing, I guess. I know at least some of them look up to the bigger names like that Saul Bundy account that was around a few years ago parodying Al Bundy from Married with Children. Positive karma means you can at least sell the account, but I doubt anyone would buy an account with 100k karma for any other reason than novelty. Copied my reply from above. I was his 1000th downvote. This so much. Not only is original poster not the butthole, but boyfriend seems unreliable, untrustworthy, and selfish. Concerned with protecting his own finances and maximizing his own quality of life with zero consideration of those same things for op. This is a true colors moment, and they are not looking good. This is why it's great that original poster checked that behavior as soon as it came up. How shared money should be spent is one of the biggest things that couples fight over and leads to many divorces. Good for you, op. Don't budge on this one. He doesn't get to have one set of rules for you and another set for himself, especially when he could have avoided the whole situation by not buying himself a shiny new toy to begin with. If he doesn't mend his ways, I'd take another look at whether I would want to share my life with this person. Especially when he could have avoided the whole situation. Not the butthole. I wonder how he would feel if original poster could turn around and tell him that she bought herself an even more expensive toy than his bike, and she now feels that she should contribute towards less than he does. Her purchase could be her retirement/savings fund. Absolutely selfish. That he wouldn't bend earlier when original poster was struggling but now wants her to help him because he splurged shows the extent to which he prioritizes himself over the op. Does that sound like someone you can trust long term? When you know he is willing to take advantage at your expense? I cannot express enough how much of a red flag it is when a guy tries to move the goalposts like this. Op, he wants you to subsidize his lifestyle. Run, do not walk, from a guy who demands you pay his bills so he can buy his toys. By demanding you pay half the bills when you were broke, he has already demonstrated he won't return the favor. Pretty simple, he's a selfish jerk. NTA. Make sure you have some savings in case he moves out unexpectedly and leaves you with all the bills. Exactly this. My husband was desperate to get a smart watch and a new iPad. He didn't need them, but he really wanted them. Guess what though? He saved for them and made sure he cleared his credit card debt first because that's what adults do. He now owns both and is still paying the same contribution to our household expenses. Not the butthole op, but beware those red flags. Emo, he's trying to financially sabotage original poster. BF wants original poster to subsidize his expensive toy. This is why the gold digger stereotype is effing hilarious and infuriating to me. For every woman going after a rich dude, there are an equal amount of guys trying to use their GFS to subsidize their lifestyles and hobosexuals dating to live rent-free. There are so many scammers of all genders. Glad original poster was smart enough to catch it. Be very wary of the person who can't live within their budget. He wants his money and some of yours. He doesn't want to experience any personal sacrifice to get the things he wants. His financial habits will keep him from getting ahead in life, and if you allow him, he will destroy your financial future. The only way to really get ahead in life is to live below your means and save the difference. Then you do something with that savings to grow your money. It's the way to retire comfortably. It's the way to survive life's financial surprises. A book that really emphasized this to me was The Millionaire Next Door. Consumption never gets you ahead. Web link. I read that book years ago, and between that and Dave Ramsey, we became the people it talks about. Took a lot of effort and money prioritization, but we did it, and it's an amazing feeling. The interesting thing about achieving that goal is the habits you create to get there never go away. so we still live according to the lessons taught in the book. Not the butthole, but watch out for him. I made $13 less than my boyfriend when we first started living together, and he made damn sure that based on our incomes, we paid what was fair, with me paying way less. Now that the wage gap between us is way less, we both pay about 50% of the bills. Not the butthole, and with how many times you've posted here about issues with your all's translational, I think you either need to take this to our /relationship advice and ask about how to communicate better, or y'all need to seek relationship counseling before you get married. Reddit link. Or actually heed all the red flags and toss the whole man out. Same. Big red flags waving everywhere. Pay your bills first, live second. That's what adulting is all about. This, times 100. Now please excuse me as I go cry over the hole in my garage where my motorbike used to live, pre-twins. I feel that, every time I see a Corvette convertible pass me on the road. Not the butthole. Not the butthole, same. I'd also say continue to keep your finances separate if you stay with him. I'm worried for you that he didn't care that you were earning less and wouldn't budge on that, but now expects you to essentially bankroll his stupid purchase. Are you worried about what kind of person you are in a relationship with? This was the beginning of the end of my 2-year relationship with an ex as well. We were long distance at the time. He decided he should buy a sports car he could barely afford and wasn't comfortable to drive long distances, which meant that he wasn't able to afford the gas to visit or comfortably drive 3 hours to see me on weekends anymore. Before that we would switch off. He prioritized a car over me and his financial stability. Very immature. A piece of metal, car or motorcycle, should not be more important than your relationship with your significant other and your real adult finances. Spot on. Boyfriend is just a breath away from my money is my money, but your money is our money. Stand firm up. Not the butthole, but that's not my red flag. It's not the bills issue that gets me, it's the sudden purchase of a donor cycle. Couple that with needing his disposable income to go further. Who is he trying to impress? It isn't the girlfriend he's living with, because he's already pissed her off. Exactly. It would have been different if it was a necessary expense, such as a medical emergency, then it would be different, and helping each other out is part of a good relationship, but not for a luxury purchase. Yeah, NTA. The time to have a discussion about possibly reorganizing bill payments and budgeting is before making big purchases which could impact your ability to pay your bills, not after. I agree. Red flags, triangular flag on post. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.